I paid attention till about midway through the second quarter, maybe, until it became very apparent that Caitlin Clark was probably going to get iced out in this game. And, well, what do you expect? It became exactly that. Once it was made clear that they wanted somebody else to win the Most Valuable Player award, I started paying attention to the chat.
Buddy, the organizational mess surrounding the recent All-Star game has reached a boiling point, and the entire WNBA internet is currently melting down. You previously believed that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese had a fierce rivalry. The rumors that are currently going viral on the internet are extremely dangerous and have the potential to destroy the league's top-level front office. There are a ton of wild and proven rumors on the internet that Caitlin Clark reached her breaking point, apparently calling out her competitors and demanding a huge, unprecedented roster shakeup just before tip-off. According to sources, she gave the WNBA commission the last ultimatum and called some players absolute garbage. Angel Reese has to be suspended right away. And who is Clark's alleged replacement, according to the internet? Sophie Cunningham, her ferocious enforcer. Social media fans are going crazy, claiming their tickets are worthless, demanding huge refunds, and spreading reports that the WNBA is in a tremendous panic due to possible insolvency. Don't click away, friend, because we're dissecting every aspect of this bombshell rumor, the high-stakes organizational fallout, and what actually transpired in Chicago. Let's examine why this story spread so quickly and how it allegedly made its way up the WNBA front office's operating ladder. According to the myth propagated by the internet, Clark determined the entire event needed a brutal redesign after looking at the all-star lineup and the profiles of the opposing athletes. The notion that Clark fully circumvented the coaches and went directly to the top brass, causing an institutional crisis, went viral on the internet. According to the rumors, Clark's side filed legal complaints, requesting stringent organizational conformity with relation to roster selection and player behavior. According to the fictitious plot, Clark thought the league needed an enforcer like Sophie Cunningham since Reese's participation was lowering the event's prominence. Why Sophie Cunningham? Because Clark's attacking machine is nicely complemented by Cunningham's rugged no-nonsense mindset. There was a widespread suspicion that Clark was planning a coup in the locker room behind closed doors, utilizing her extraordinary power to control who is allowed to play.
Let's pivot to let's pivot away from this idea. I mean, she got destroyed. Let's start with myself. Trans Barbie? Yeah. Guys. Whoa. That's Magic Johnson's son. Why is she dressed for a drag queen show, guys? Let's play the goat laughing. Yeah. This does not look good. No, it doesn't. It does. I mean, these comments did not. Damn. Oh shit. These comments did not miss. They did not miss. Oh. Got to be entirely more careful.
This rumor caused complete institutional fear as it spread all the way to the executive level. Thousands of irate ticket holders threatened to boycott the game and demand their money back, leading fans to believe that Commissioner Kathy Angelbert was enraged and pacing the front office floors. For the internet age, the story was ideal clickbait. The league is in complete financial collapse due to a single ultimatum, a bitter rival is deported, and a superstar displays her maximum organizational power. Fake screenshots of ticket refund indications were being shared on social media, with claims that the fury was causing the league's customer service servers to fail. They claimed that sponsors were about to withdraw, the WNBA was losing money, and the entire All-Star weekend was about to be canceled in order to prevent a PR catastrophe. According to the rumor mill, High-level executives were compelled to decide between the demands of their largest financial attraction and the integrity of their voting system during urgent boardroom sessions. The internet led you to assume that Reese's emergency suspension documents were being hurriedly drafted by the league's compliance department, claiming vague behavioral clauses, all the while attempting to utilize a private plane to covertly transport Sophie Cunningham to Chicago in order to preserve the broadcast ratings. It was presented as the ultimate betrayal, a vicious power move that revealed the league's weak operating framework. Let's examine in more detail why this story of institutional collapse was so quickly accepted by the fan base. The internet sports community has been examining the WNBA's power dynamics for months, observing how front office choices affect team performance and athlete marketability. When a generational talent generates previously unheard-of levels of revenue, there's always a leverage-related laundering issue. Is the athlete in charge of the league or the other way around? That fear was directly triggered by the false rumor that Clark was requesting Reese's suspension.
A'ja Wilson started laughing at her. Golly.
Not able to hit that one.
Here we go. We got Angel Reese going coast to coast. Oh, damn. Broke Caitlin Clark's ankles. Oh, shit. Damn. Broke Caitlin Clark's ankles. You know Angel Reese is going to put that in her bedroom. The day I broke Caitlin Clark's ankles. Damn. Zoomed right by her. Wow. A'ja, dude. A'ja Wilson is like, dude, just go make your layup, please. Like, just can we get this over with? Please, just make your layup. Angel Reese doesn't look at, and she gets blocked. A'ja Wilson looks at her and laughs in her face. Folks, this is how bad. This is how bad. Folks, how does this even happen? How does this even happen? How does this even happen? Now, Teresa Weatherspoon was the coach for the Caitlin Clark team. I mean, Teaspoon's seen this a few times. Folks, this is pathetic. Look, A'ja Wilson is still laughing at her over here. A'ja Wilson is still laughing.
Fans felt as though they were peeling back the curtain on a corrupt, profit-driven corporate organization that would sacrifice its own players in order to appease a single superstar as a result of the multi-tiered narrative it generated. On social media, people were penning thousand-word articles discussing the moral ramifications of a player overriding the fan vote and how this purported choice would create a risky precedent for future organizational compliance and labor talks. However, here is the ultimate truth check that utterly dispels the fake news and reveals the rumor mill for what it truly is, friend. While the internet was occupied with attempting to while the WNBA was busy planning a faultless event and making history at the executive level, they were bankrupting the league with fake organizational meltdowns. There were no refunds for tickets. Behind the scenes, there was no institutional disarray and no sponsor panic. The United Center in Chicago hosted the WNBA All-Star Game on Saturday, July 25, 2026. It wasn't a financial catastrophe. For a record-breaking evening, the biggest stars in women's basketball lit up an entirely sold-out arena. The weekend's logistical execution was a huge success for the league's operations team, demonstrating their ability to withstand the harsh glare without faltering under duress. For Sophie Cunningham, there was no suspension, no ultimatum, and no covert flight. Rather, it was a fantastic evening of elite basketball. WNBA icon Teresa Weatherspoon selected Caitlin Clark to play for Team Spoon, and she performed brilliantly. Clark scored 17 points, pulled down 4 rebounds, and provided 5 assists in just 21 minutes of play. Team Spoon defeated Paige Boer's Team Coop 129-122 thanks in large part to her performance. Additionally, as Clark was captivating the audience, and after scoring a team-high 22 points, New York Liberty center Jonquel Jones was named the All-Star Game MVP, demonstrating her value on the court. There was no locker room coup going on in the front office. They were commemorating a huge accomplishment. No one was calling anyone garbage, and Angel Reese was not suspended. Instead of using front office blackmail, the true stress was solely on the court, where it was displayed via exceptional athleticism.
Angel Wilson had makeup on. We were watching the venue. Shout out to everybody in the venue. We were watching, like, man, why is Angel Wilson moving so slow? Is Asia okay? Is she injured? Is she healthy? What's going on? And then we saw her face, like, oh, she's just ready for her night out. She doesn't want to break a sweat. She doesn't want to ruin anything. Oh, she's just ready for her night out. She doesn't even want to risk breaking a sweat. You know, you can walk, but even if you walk too fast, sometimes Asia didn't want any of that. She wanted no pieces of that.
I want to ask about two moments. Have you ever blocked a shot that you didn't mean to block?
Right. Angel was not supposed to do that. I was trying to get out of the way.
Asia, she does it every game. Asia, to be fair, she does it every game. She does it every game.
I want to ask about two moments. Have you ever blocked a shot that you didn't mean to block?
Angel was not supposed to do that. I was trying to get out of the way. I do not like to block shots during All-Star games because what am I doing? So yeah, no, I've never had that happen to me, and I'm so sorry.
Damn. Asia said, you know how bad you have to be for me to block your shot? Well, I'm trying to move out the way. Like, I'm trying to move, but you're so used to trying to fall for contact. I'm moving out the way. You're moving into me. I'm moving back again. You're moving closer to me. I'm going all the way over here. You're following me over there. It's like, whoa, damn, Angel, relax, dude. Relax. Take a deep breath. This is an all-star game. Inside foot, outside hand. Say it with me, Angel. Inside foot. Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. People don't understand how worse this makes Angel look. Yeah. Oh, damn. This is disgusting. This, folks, I'm telling you, this game was disgusting from start to finish. Shout out to everybody in the venue. What did we cover in the venue? We covered new movies, right? We covered movies that came out, Obsession and Masters of the Universe.